Hello, this is Indiana Timmons from Frigid, Indiana, and we're here to talk about warmer times in spring training and beyond for the Dodgers. But before we talk about the Dodgers, let's talk about a couple of things. Number one, we've got the big game coming up. That's the Harbaugh Bowl, the Super Bowl. That's it. And guess what? My wife is from San Francisco, so she's obviously a big San Francisco fan. Her whole family's from San Francisco, so the Friday before the Super Bowl, we're flying out to San Francisco, and we're going to watch the Super Bowl with all of her 49er family who are big Giants fans as well. And, of course, I'm going out there, and I'm the Dodger fan, so I'm thinking about rooting for Baltimore. I mean, 30 Filipinos in a room rooting for the 49ers, and they're all Giants fans. I might as well be there rooting for the Ravens and be a Dodger fan. I mean, there's going to be a lot of trash talking and, 30 versus 1. I think that's fair odds. I think I can talk trash with the best of them. But anyways, I kind of feel like this Dodger team that's coming up is kind of, it has a resemblance to the LA Lakers. Before the season started, Laker fans were talking about printing the tickets, championship, Kobe, Howard, Nash, Gasol, and all the rest. And man, have they crashed and burned. Now, it's not too late for them still to pick up the pieces and make the playoffs, but I don't see it happening. Wait till next year maybe, or maybe the sun's set on the Lakers. Let's hope the sun isn't setting on the Dodgers. I really hope they can pull it together this year. Few off-season notes that have come up over the last week. Scott Rowland, no, not for third base. Big guys like Scott Rowland, and he's a big guy, they break down pretty quick. I mean, I'm a big guy. I know I broke down pretty quick. Back problems, joint problems, smaller guys can play a lot longer than some of the bigger guys. I would say no to Scott Rowland. So some of you are saying, well, let's bring Luis Cruz on. He deserves, Luis Cruz walks about as much as I do. I mean, there is no way his hitting is going to be sustainable at third base. There is just absolutely no way. I mean, we've talked about getting, trading Andre Ethier for Kyle Seager to the Toronto Blue Jays. That's not going to happen. They're not going to give up Seager. He's on the verge of being a superstar. I really believe that. Cruz, well, Ramirez probably should go to third base, but again, it's a head case. Although, with the World Baseball Classic coming up and Hanley going to play for the Dominican, he's going to not get the reps he needs at shortstop, so it would be a good reason for the Dodgers to say, Hanley, you made a decision. If we get a top shortstop in here, or if D. Gordon breaks out, which, again, that's a long shot. I mean, it's really a long shot, because I don't see D. Gordon as being a major league shortstop. But I'm open to it. If he can make it, good for him. Good for us. Let's go. But maybe the Dodgers could use this as an opportunity to say, Hanley, you're going to third base. And could they trade Ethier and Gordon or another player or two for Elvis Andrus? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the Rangers have Profar that's ready to go, but would they trade Ethier for Andrus? I don't know. Probably not. You know who I think is going to be the new third baseman for the Dodgers when the season starts, and you're going to hate me and you're going to talk crazy to me? Juan Uribe is going to come out of spring training and win the job at third base. Juan freaking Uribe is going to be the Dodger third baseman this year. That's my prediction. I said it, I meant it, and I'm here to represent it. Feel free to disagree. Hey, how about Matt Kemp's new cool tattoo of his grandparents right on his chest? I mean, what a great honor for his grandparents. Now, I hear he's allegedly been seeing Rihanna again. Good golly molly. Maybe they would be a couple again if he learned how to beat her like Chris Brown has. Yeah, that's the ticket. Man, that is sick. Okay, this is the time of year when we're so bored for baseball that all the sites come out with their top 10, top 20, top 50, top 500, whatever, Dodger prospects. I mean, get real. Once you get past about 10 or 15, who the heck knows? I mean, are you so bored that you're going to read that stuff? Okay, I admit I read some of it. Let's talk about the catching position for the Dodgers. The Dodgers now have Alfonso, Wilkin Castillo, Ramon Castro, and they just signed Jesus Flores. He may have the best shot. He's 28. It's not too old. He might even hit a little. The rap against him is that he's not a real good signal caller, and that, well, who knows? Maybe we just need somebody that can hit out of that catcher spot. In addition, because we didn't have one last year. On the other hand, maybe FedEx will win the job out of spring training, and maybe he'll learn how to hit too. I mean, I have had a little bit more optimism about FedEx than other people have had. A lot of people think he's good field, no hit. So I think FedEx is going to hit more than people think he's going to hit. He's a smart guy. He knows how to walk. He's a good defensive catcher. Got a good arm. He should probably win the backup job, but you never know. Somebody gets hot in spring training, they could take it away from him. You just never know. Another interesting signing that the Dodgers made a couple of weeks ago is Peter Moylan. He hasn't pitched a lot since 2010, but in 2007, he went 5-3 in 90 innings. He had a 1.80 ERA and allowed 65 hits with a 1.06 whip. He has a career 2.59 ERA. I mean, who knows what can happen? Now, on the other side of the coin, another trade that's been rumored is trading Ethier for whatever, and then signing Bourn to play center field. But you got to be careful how you consider that trade. If you trade Ethier before you sign Bourn, then Bourn is going to say, hey, wait a minute, you got to pay me because you don't have a center fielder or you don't have a right fielder, so I'm in the driver's seat. On the other hand, if you sign Bourn without trading Ethier, why is Bourn going to sign? As a fourth outfielder? So it's a conundrum. That's it, a conundrum that they're in. And what do you do? Well, they haven't done anything, so that's evidently what they do. I still like the idea of Jacoby Ellsbury for Ethier. I don't know if Boston would do that, probably not, but Ellsbury could hit leadoff, and I think he would do very well there. Keeps coming back around full circle, though, to Giancarlo Stanton. I can't help but think the Dodgers with Andre Ethier could package Ethier, Capuano, Harang, whoever, to another team, or even a three-way deal with those three players for several top prospects, 2 or 3 top prospects, and then they've got Gordon, Peterson, others that they could use as trade chips for Stanton. I mean, how many top prospects would it take to get Stanton? 5, 6? I don't know. I keep thinking the Red Sox, the Mariners, the Rangers for Ethier, but and by the way, you think Ethier would go to Seattle to die? No, because they're moving the fences in. So, you know, hitters are going to like hitting in Seattle a lot more this coming year than they have in times past. But again, it's a long shot, and I'm not all in trading Andre Ethier. I think, again, like I said last week, he could have a monster year. As I mentioned, Hanley's playing for the Dominican Republic team, and they've got Beltry at third. They've got Reyes at shortstop. And so Hanley's probably going to DH. And, you know, I would think the Dominican team has a pretty good shot at winning it all, so they could be playing very deep into the playoffs, and it might mean Hanley misses a substantial part of spring training. Good reason to move him away from shortstop. Would it mess with his head? I think so. But if that were the reason, I think he might accept it more so than if there was some other reason. And then I read last week, Bill Plaschke says that Donnie Baseball should not be a lame duck. Well, Donnie is a fellow Hoosier like me, and I back Donnie 100%, but I can't see the Dodgers signing him long term. He's got to show what he can do this year. He doesn't need a contract. He's playing for a contract. He's coaching for a contract. He's managing for a contract. Let him show us what he can do. I'm still of the opinion the Dodgers need somebody that bleeds Dodger blue, not Yankee pinstripes. And nothing against you, Donnie Baseball, but I'm from Missouri. Well, I'm from Indiana, but I'm saying I'm from Missouri. You get the picture, okay. You're going to have to show me, Donnie, that you can take this team and you can mold it into a championship caliber team. The pieces are there, but if it comes unglued and falls apart, I could see Donnie looking for a job by the All-Star break. And that's just the way it is. How would you like this lineup? And this lineup is Bourn leading off, Elvis Andrus at shortstop, Matt Kemp in right field, Gonzalez at first base, Ramirez at third base, Crawford in left field, Mark Ellis or Skip Schumacher at second base, and A.J. Ellis at catcher. Or, give me your ideas on what you like. It's a long, boring winter. We've got about, let's see, the 12th, and it's got to carry the one, and we got about 20 days till spring training. Okay, somewhere around there. I can't do the math. I'm not that antsy that I have to count every minute. I've got other things to do, but I'm looking forward to being in Arizona this spring, and I think I got to see what the World Baseball Classic schedule is, and it's going to be a weird spring because of the World Baseball Classic. There's going to be a lot of players that are going to miss spring training, and you're going to go down there and you're going to see a lot of different players. So it's going to be different. I'm going to have to calculate out very soon when I'm going to fly out there. I'll let you know, though, in case you want to meet up out there. That's it for now, guys. Maybe I've created a little controversy. I know you guys have been bored the last few days, nothing to talk about. Now you can talk about what that crazy Indiana Timmons is saying. See you next week. LA Dodger Talk, compliments of U.S. Water Systems.
LA Dodger Talk is brought to you by U.S. Water Systems, America's water treatment company. At U.S. Water, we provide water treatment for homes and businesses, from small under-sink reverse osmosis systems to 1 million gallon a day RO systems. We specialize in problem water and can remove chlorine, chemicals, pesticides, MTBE, PCB, arsenic, sulfur, iron, and hardness. We even have salt-free, non-electric solutions for home and businesses as well. From bottle-free water coolers to whole-house reverse osmosis systems to deionization and laboratory water, U.S. Water is clearly the best solution for all Dodger fans. Thanks for watching.